Hello there. You ever heard of the expression, if it ain't Scottish, it's crap? Well, it's kind of true. And whatever good ever came out of Scotland? Well, let me show you.
Hello viewers, are you enjoying the channel? Good. Playing golf in heaven is a charm, but Scotland will always have my heart. And Scotch, heaven's got the best. Until then, cheers.
Well, as you can see, folks, a lot of good things have come out of Scotland. And that being said, well, you guessed it. Our journey takes us to Scotland, a land of ancient history and folklore. So, let's get right into it, shall we?
Aye, Scotland. Land of misty mountains, deep lochs, and ancient castles.
Well, nestled in the northernmost part of the United Kingdom, Scotland sits proudly on the island of Great Britain, with England just to the south. And to the west, across the Irish Sea, you'll find Ireland. And to the north, beyond those windswept Orkney and Shetland Islands, the next stop is the cold, Viking-infused shores of Norway. Scotland's eastern coast gazes out across the chilly waters of the North Sea towards Denmark. Scotland has its own share of Norse influence, especially up in the islands. Vikings, they didn't just visit, they stayed. Surrounded by neighbors on all sides, Scotland is more than just the Highlands and kilts. It's a hub of history, culture, and adventure, perfectly placed in the heart of Northern Europe, with roots spreading far and wide across the seas. Our story begins in a faraway land steeped in mystery, magic, and fierce warriors. Long before kilts, castles, and bagpipes, can you imagine listening to that all freaking day? Well, unless you're like Karen Gillan, then yeah. I'm sorry, where were we? Oh yeah. There was an ancient race of peoples who ruled these lands. The legendary Picts. And who were the Picts, you ask? No one really knows. Historians are still trying to figure that one out. But one thing's for sure, these mysterious warriors were tough as the rocks they carved. The name Pict comes from the Latin word picti, meaning the painted ones, because they covered themselves in war paint and tattoos, blue paint to be exact, and ready to defend their homeland against invaders. Way back in the mists of time, we're talking over 2,000 years ago, the Picts dominated the land that would become Scotland. From the rolling hills of the Highlands to the eastern coasts, they built impressive fortresses and left behind incredible stone carvings with intricate symbols of their gods, animals, and heroes. But the Picts weren't alone. Oh no. Along came the Romans, like always, marching in with their legions, determined to conquer the wild north. They managed to take over much of Britain, but when they hit Pictish territory,
"You're not taking our homes today or our land, Roman. Go back to where you came from. And don't forget to subscribe to James's channel, or else I'll come out for you as well."
The Romans tried and failed to conquer the Picts, building Hadrian's Wall to keep these fierce fighters at bay. And to this day, the Picts' defiance is legendary. Rome might have been the world's superpower, but the Picts held their ground like ancient superheroes, fighting from the shadows, their tactics wild and unpredictable. Eventually, the Romans gave up and retreated, leaving the Picts to rule the north. But as time marched on, the Picts didn't just vanish into the air. Oh no, they became part of the great melting pot that shaped the future of Scotland. Over the centuries, they merged with the Scots who came over from Ireland, forming the Kingdom of Elba, the very beginnings of the Scotland we know today. Today, the legacy of the Picts lives on in Scotland's ancient stones, its warrior spirit, and the tales passed down through generations. They may be gone, but the painted ones will never be forgotten. So, next time you wander these wild lands, remember, you're walking in the footsteps of the Picts, the mysterious, fearless warriors who shaped Scotland's ancient past. Now, that's epic. Now, let's meet the Clurichaun. Think of these little buggers as the rowdy cousin of the leprechaun. These mischievous little fairies love to drink, and you'll often find them causing havoc in taverns and wine cellars across the land. First appearing in Irish and Scottish folklore, the Clurichaun were known for riding sheep-like horses and getting absolutely freaking plastered. But beware, they're not all fun and games. If you offend a Clurichaun, he might just curse your home with endless mischief, meaning your liquor cabinet will always be empty.
I used to be a normal person. Then I stole sherry from my dad, and I got cursed by the Clurichauns. Don't ever steal from your family, or you get cursed.
Wonder why I didn't get cursed. Oh well, lucky me. Even today, some say if your drinks go missing, or the bottles are mysteriously empty, blame it on James. I mean, actually, it's the work of a thirsty Clurichaun. So next time you're in a Scottish pub, or an Irish one for that matter, raise a glass to these cheeky fairies. Just don't forget to leave them a sip, or else you're cursed. You're Selkies, the beautiful shape-shifting creatures of the sea. In Scottish folklore, they appear as seals in the water, but on land, they shed their skins to become human. The first tales of these magical beings date back to the early centuries, where fishermen spoke of beautiful women emerging from the sea. But there's always a catch, right? And no pun intended, folks. If a Selkie skin is stolen, they're trapped in human form. Many legends tell of men hiding Selkie skins, forcing them into marriage. Though eventually, the Selkie always returns to the sea, leaving only heartbreak behind. Today, Selkies live on in Scottish culture through art, literature, and whispers along the coastlines. People still report sightings of strange seals watching them a little too closely. Are they just seals? Or could they be Selkies, longing to return to their true form? I hope so. You know, modern-day Scotland, a land where ancient myths still echo through the valleys, and folklore dances with the present. From the bustling streets of Edinburgh to the remote beauty of the Highlands, Scotland remains deeply connected to its legendary past. And why wouldn't it be? After all, this is a country where every loch could hold a secret, and every forest has a story to tell. Now, take Loch Ness. For example, sure, it's a stunning body of water, but it's also the home of the world's most famous cryptid, Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. For centuries, people have whispered about this elusive creature, and to this day, thousands of visitors come hoping to catch a glimpse of her mysterious form breaking the water's surface. Now, is Nessie real? Well, that's up to you to decide. But it sure adds a splash of adventure to your trip, right? And for those seeking something a little bit more otherworldly, the standing stones of Colinish are waiting to transport you back to the time of the Picts and Druids. These ancient monoliths have stood for thousands of years, and some say they're charged with magical energy. In modern Scotland, the old world is never far away, and these stones were an inspiration for the TV series Outlander. Love that Jamie guy. Well, it's that time, folks. Whether you're hunting for the elusive Nessie, following in the footsteps of ancient warriors, or simply soaking in the breathtaking landscapes, Scotland is a place where the past and present blend seamlessly. It's more than just a destination. It's a living legend. So, come and explore the magic for yourself. And who knows, maybe you'll create a little folklore of your own. And that being said, I'm James, your guide to offbeat mythical adventures. And I can't wait to see where we wander next. Until then, keep exploring, dreaming, and finding the magic in every corner of our world. And as they say here in Scotland,
Well, if it ain't Scottish, it's bloody crap.
thank you, folks. Take care. Hopefully, see you in the next vid. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Watch this one next. Subscribe. It'll really help my channel. And leave a comment. Let me know how you really feel about it. A little unorthodox, but it's fun, educational, and entertaining. And yeah, a little bit of conspiracy there. Take care. Love you all.